So, hello, sir. Thank you.
Hello. What's your name?
My name is John, Jan in Czech.
All right, very much nice to meet you, Jan in Czech. My name's Robert in American.
Yeah, you're so much American.
Yes.
You're like an American prototype.
Yes, I am from the 1600s, my family. One of the earliest immigrants to the United States of America.
So you're a Mayflower
Indentured
family.
servants from Ireland. We're Scots-Irish, and we were slaves, indentured servants. We came to America with a very wealthy family, and we worked off our debt.
So you're New Englanders?
My family settled in Vermont.
So cool. You have such a
And Vermont is the first state to give up slavery in the original 13 colonies of the United States.
Yeah. So
In 1676.
Right after independence.
That was 1776.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right. Don't worry. I don't know anything about. Oh shit! I don't know anything about Prague history.
And how's the Prague treating you?
I got to tell you, this is one of my favorite places I've ever been. This is a gorgeous place. I love it here. I would love to live here.
You like Europe, or is it Prague specifically, the medieval town?
Prague, medieval town. It's so cool. I got water all over me. Sorry.
That's okay. So
it's beautiful. This is a beautiful city.
And would you like specifically? Is it food or scenery?
Scenery. Yeah.
Can you go to a street, or do people recognize you?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it
do
something
people recognize you?
Very little. I'm doing a little bit of stand-up, so just a little, just right amount. One human a day, one man a day, and it's just okay.
Yeah. Yeah, people recognize me.
Does it bother you?
No.
It's okay.
It bothers me if they don't recognize me. Isn't that the truth?
No. Let's talk about your career.
Why?
Well, it's really interesting career.
Okay.
You started small.
I did? How did I start small?
Well, your first acting experience, from my research, it was Peter Pan in the 3rd grade.
3rd grade, that was big.
Was it huge for you?
That was big. Doing Peter Pan in 3rd grade in Marietta, Georgia, that was huge, man.
And you loved it?
I loved it.
But it wasn't smooth ride from that to, your Terminator?
Well, I never really took it serious, acting. I didn't really take acting serious until I failed at a bunch of other things that I wanted to do that it turned out it wasn't going to happen for me. So I still wanted to do something bigger and something that it was important for me to do something that wasn't the norm. I wanted to do something unique. And I decided to pursue acting as a career.
And what you wanted to do originally?
Oh, I wanted to play baseball, and then I wanted to play football. And there's so many things I did and tried to do, and it didn't work out for me. But I knew what I didn't want to do. I didn't want to work in a bank. I didn't want to work in a factory. 2 jobs I'd already done. I'd worked in a bank. I'd worked in a factory. There was a lot of things. I knew I didn't want to do it. I was bored by that. It started to reveal itself that I was going to be an actor when I realized what I really liked to do was use my imagination and be creative. And when that revealed itself, that's really what I wanted to do. I was about 25 years old when I finally said, I'm going to go to Hollywood.
And it wasn't easy, right? In Hollywood at the beginning.
Yeah, I didn't know anyone. I didn't have any connections. I lived in my car for a short time. I didn't have any money. So you start very humbly and you you know, start going after your dream.
And you started, you know, that sport background you talked about.
Yeah, I was very athletic.
Yeah, and that helped. You were an action guy.
I was very athletic, so I could do all the action. I could do the fights and the stunts. I never really wanted to be an action guy. I never wanted to be like an action hero, action star. I wanted to be what I considered a serious, you know, a dramatist. You know, I wanted to do dramas, and I wanted to do, you know, not necessarily action movies, but I'm good at it.
Yeah, you're so good at it.
I'm good at fighting, and I'm good at that. But I'm not good I'm not like an extremist. Like, I'm not known as a kung fu artist or karate guy or a martial artist or this or that. But I like, you know,
well, you can
fight scenes and things like that. I can do that. I can throw a punch with anybody, and you know, that kind of thing. So it's been an interesting career because you know, I've got to do fight scenes with so many of the great leading men of our time. You know, Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, Harrison Ford. One of my favorite fight scenes I ever did was with Harrison Ford for a movie called Firewall, where neither one of us were supposed to be, you know, guys that fight. And we were two bank executives, and we get in a fight. It was hilarious. And Harrison kind of choreographed it, and it was a hilarious fight scene, more realistic. Clint Eastwood, well, I didn't have any fight scenes with Clint, but, you know, and now recently I just did a fight scene with Alan Ritchson, who's a young up-and-coming guy that plays Reacher on Amazon Prime. And
huge guy.
He's 6'2", so I'm 6 foot, so he's 2 inches taller than me. Very, very big, muscular guy. And we had a fight scene together. And
you kicked the shit out of him in a helicopter scene.
I kicked the shit out of him in the helicopter scene. You did see that. Good for you.
Yeah.
But he gets the upper hand and throws me out of a helicopter.
Throws you out of the fucking helicopter.
He did it very good, with a lot of force. Yeah, so, but the early part of my career, because I could do my stunts, I did some stunts in some of the lowest budget movies. When I was working my way up, I got lucky. I did a thing called Warlords from Hell. Was the first film I ever did. It was a biker movie. I played a psychotic biker. I could ride a motorcycle. And I did the fight scenes. I did all my own fight scenes, did all my own writing. And then that director recommended me to another director, and they sent me off into the Philippines. And I did a thing in the Philippines with Cyril Santiago, and I did all sorts of crazy stunts for him. And that was before I had an agent. And I was young, dumb, and stupid. And they would say, you know, you want to run across this bridge and we're going to blow it up. You're 60 feet above the... And I'd run across the bridge and they'd blow it up and I'd hang on. I didn't have safety harnesses or anything. Crazy shit.
So 80s in Hollywood.
Pardon me?
So that was 80s in Hollywood.
It was the 80s in the Philippines.
In the Philippines.
Yeah, I did like 5 films with that.
Thank you so much. And would you be so kind, sir, and sign my X-Files book?
Yeah, sure. You owe me $120. 2 words. I'm just kidding.